And welcome once again to the Movies and Stuff show. We are back on YouTube. Our ban has been lifted. My email worked. I emailed them, and they said, our bad. So we're back on the air.
Half the time in life, if you just complain enough, you'll get what you want. It's the people that just say fucking and give up that really wind up being Facebook shows. Really.
What?
I find it funny, though, is I sent Marty a copy of the email I sent. He's like, yeah, you handled it much better than I would have.
Mine would have been, hey, why was our 50-view video so threatening to your company that you decided to shut down my hobby this week?
It's like, what the fuck, Entertainment One? No, they had our backs. Surprisingly, we were talking about another Entertainment One movie. Maybe that's why. They unblocked us so we can talk about Mom and Dad. That's what they did. We're live already, Robert Melee. We did it. We really did it. 9 p.m. We really did it. We're back. We're back on the YouTube. So anyway, joining me this week, Marty and Amanda. Amanda, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
This is how it played out. This is me yesterday to Amanda at like 8:30. Oh yeah, Amanda, you joining us for the show tomorrow? Oh shit, I didn't watch the movie. Me, it's Nic Cage, VOD, horror film. She's like, I'm literally doing nothing right now. I'm watching Troy. I'm gonna fire this up.
I had just put Troy on. A few weeks ago, we watched the director's cut of Kingdom of Heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
And so I saw Netflix was like, hey, for some reason we think you'd like Troy. And I was like, I feel like I just watched this. Surely I can just throw this on. And it was terrible. I'm really glad that you saved me from...
You never seen Troy?
I hadn't seen Troy.
Oh, man, that movie is so good, awful.
I saw it in theaters. Like, I saw that in the theater.
I think it came out when I was in college.
That was supposed to be big, too. That was Brad Pitt's, big movie with... Oof. That sucked on ice.
We're gonna have to do a retro review of Troy, aren't we?
I still love watching it though. Every time it's on TV, I'll put it on.
It's really bad. It's
so bad.
Very bad.
So really, I'll have to finish watching Troy and then tell you if it was worth it to stop and switch to Mom and Dad.
Fair point. Yeah, we do need to know that.
They both have really bad endings. So.
Kingdom of Heaven, though, damn, such a good movie.
I would be up for talking about that at some point. But tonight we're talking about Mom and Dad.
We are talking about Mom and Dad, and you know what? To avoid lawsuits, I made my own poster. I didn't even use the official poster. I made my own, and frankly, I think it does it justice. I think this poster gives justice to this movie because this is what I think of it.
I have no idea what you're about to...
No, it's fine. It's just it's like a photo like a Microsoft Paint yellow rectangle that says Mom and Dad with some blood splattered on it. That's it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of something worse. You were going to do something worse. That's actually standard.
No, it's like this is actually, if you look at the actual poster, it's the same color palette, only there's pictures of them in the Mom and Dad. But it's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna make my own posters from now on for these things, so we don't get accused of using. I don't want to get into it. Let's talk about Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad is, jeez, it's the latest Nic Cage movie. I don't even know if it's the latest Nic Cage movie. He might have put one out like this morning. For all I know, there might be 7 new Nic Cage movies out right now, streaming on VOD. It's hard to say it's the latest Nic Cage movie. We don't know.
It's not. I don't think actually.
No, I don't think so. I think he put one out since this came out.
There's definitely a trailer for one that came out last week. I don't know.
New Nic Cage movie on right now, competing with us, competing with the show. We are going up against the President of the United States and a new Nic Cage movie. Who's gonna watch us? No one's watching us.
I'm not even watching us.
Not even watching us.
I think Nic Cage would watch us, though.
Nic Cage should watch us because I love him. Listen. The man's had some tax problems. Johnny Depp bailed him out. So now Nic Cage is trying to make a living. This dude's a great actor, and he knows that he can make money by doing crazy-ass performances like this. He knows what the internet wants, and he's feeding into it. And it's great, because he's a damn good actor. I just saw him in Snowden.
Yeah.
I just saw him in Snowden, and very subtle, small, great performance. He can be a good actor. And then he's just like, listen, if you want to pay me to flip out with a damn Sawzall, then I'll do it. You know?
Will we reach a point, though, where almost like Gary Busey, he can't come back from this, where he'll just be...
No, he's going to win an Oscar. He's going to win another Oscar in his career. I guarantee it. I guarantee he's going to get this performance.
You'll get good money on that in Vegas right now, I think, if you found that bet.
Listen, I don't even think the movie he won an Oscar for was his best performance. Like, I put a lot of his other performance. Like, Raising Arizona is a great performance by him. It's such an unsung performance by him. Leaving Las Vegas was all right. It was okay. Like, I wasn't in love with that performance of his. He played drunk. He played himself. It's not cool. Mom and Dad. Okay, so Mom and Dad is a recent Nic Cage horror film release. Also with Selma Blair.
Yeah, very good.
So, good for her. Yeah. Apparently this is in theaters. Amanda, were you telling me that this was like in a theater near you or something? I think it was. I think you said not too far from you.
It's definitely in one in New York.
Yeah.
Really?
Just,
I thought we were talking about it last week, and you said that, oh my god, it's playing like a theater not too far from you.
I feel like I might have said that, but I say a lot of things.
You do say a lot of things. That's a fair point. All right, I can give a synopsis of this, but Marty, you're better at this, so synopsis. Mom and Dad, go.
All right, so it starts with Nic Cage and Selma Blair in this kind of the most, your standard boring America, U.S., town, USA. So, everyone has the same house, and it's that long, dead-end road. And they have 2 kids, and all, suddenly, without really any explanation as to why, every parent in town starts killing their kids. They start storming the gates of the high schools.
Not other kids, though. Just their own.
Just their own kids. And they explain it with some fucking dumb replacement theory that went nowhere. So at first we see Selma Blair trying to see everyone else doing it, and she thinks she's okay. But then Nic Cage and Selma Blair get home and then start trying to kill their kids for the last 45 minutes of the movie.
Then it kind of turns into this weird Home Alone, psychotic Home Alone.
So it's a lot of gore, a lot of kid killing if you're into that kind of thing, and peak Nic Cage crazy. So,
right before the show, I was trying to create a chart that we're going to rank this performance on from Raising Arizona to Not the Bees, and it was going to be a nice visual chart of the different faces of him. Face Off was Castor Troy was going to be up there, okay, so that's a great synopsis. I think the explanation that you're talking about is there's an inherent feeling or inherent mechanism with inside parents to protect their kids, and the thesis of this movie is, well, what if that was reversed, where instead of wanting to protect them, as soon as they see their kids, they want to kill them.
And they try to explain it with some kind of, there's always a staticky TV that
so right maybe it's cyber terrorism or something.
But it's still never explained.
No, it goes nowhere. The plot is it's like they had this concept and they're like, hey, imagine if parents just start killing their kids. Hey, that's a great horror film. Oh my god, Nic Cage is available. He's filming 6 other movies down the block. Let's just bring him in, just to record this. Let's just look at some of the things that go on in this movie, Nic Cage style. Here are either things that he did or said or sang. So let's just talk.
Wait! We should do that game where you do like 3 things and 2 of them were in the movie and one of them wasn't.
Okay, let's do this.
And we have to guess.
Let's do this.
Well, except we'll know. We'll know.
Okay, well we'll know, but let's do this. Okay, all right. Number 1, Nic Cage sings the Hokey Pokey. Number 2, Nic Cage tap dances on a dead kid. Or number 3, Nic Cage says, your motherfucking mother said to open the motherfucking door. Which of these did not happen? Number 2, he did not tap dance on a dead kid, though.
Kinda.
I kind of believe it. Okay.
I was worried I might have looked down for a minute when that happened, and just missed it because that's so plausible for this movie.
All right. Okay.
This is an awesome game.
Yeah, I got a couple more for you. All right. Yeah. Nic Cage opens a door and gets blown up halfway across a room and survives. He says, "Get your claws off me, you filthy fucking dinosaur." Or 3, Nic Cage falls asleep watching porn at his desk.
Oh, wait.
Wait, all of those happened.
All of those. Oh, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
I did love Lance Hendrickson as the grandpa, though, as Nic Cage's father. That was a cool. See, okay.
I kind of felt it because you had to do it because
they were talking about the parents and yeah.
And they mentioned the parents were coming, so I was like, oh, they're gonna come. It had to. It couldn't just be younger kids that you wanted to kill. Everyone had to kill their kids, and that was with this movie for about 45 minutes. I was like, all right, this is it's a crazy idea and it's fun, but they kind of layered some things with it where Nic Cage is kind of having a midlife crisis, and you see him looking back on the life he thought he'd have and stuff like that. Selma Blair is realizing that she's kind of wasted. She has nowhere to go now because her kids are grown up and hate her. And so they were doing stuff like that. But then, like I said, the last half hour was just, like you said, the Home Alone thing where they had the kids in the house.
Trying to carbon monoxide poison
them. And it was funny is that I don't even really know if Nic Cage and Selma Blair's characters were even affected by what was going on, or they just decided they wanted to kill their kids.
Yeah, they said, everyone else is doing it. Why can't we?
Because there are moments when, like, Selma Blair's character seems to kind of come out of it, but then she's right back to wanting to kill her kid again. So it was weird. And then, like we said, we'll talk about the ending later, but there's no spoilers to this if you guys don't. I mean, it's a crazy Nic Cage movie. But, like, the end, they don't give a reason for what happened. So the movie just ends, and, not that I wanted any more of this, but I would have liked some explanation of why this all happened.
The structure was a little bit interesting too, because they did the casino, not Casino Royale, Battle Royale thing,
yeah.
Where you get the flashback like while they're fighting.
Right. So there's like the pool table and yeah.
Which is doesn't always work to build the character like later. Like there's kind of a reason we usually tell the story in the order that it happens.
Yeah, they were doing flashbacks to like good moments, and you would think, all right, that'll snap them back into it, but not like they just you come back to the scene and they're just trying to kill him still. It didn't make any sense what they were doing.
I thought it was interesting that they didn't bring up the because when they had like news clips where experts were trying to explain what was going on, I was surprised that they didn't do more of like a fairy tale allusion, because like every fairy tale has like every fairy tale is like little girls need to leave home before their moms are jealous of them. Like your stepmom hates you because you're prettier, you need to leave home. Like your parents are dead, or like you're an orphan, or like your mom can't possibly be around because then you're the prettiest one in the house. Like just it's actually like super, super, super common for fairy tales to be like parents or adults being mean to their kids.
Right.
There was a moment where, I don't know, the beginning seemed a little bit stronger, and I thought that it might go that way. I was a little disappointed because like they had like it was from the teenage girl's perspective, and everything was kind of shot like Instagram-y. And I was like, ooh, like this is really kind of, they're trying a few things here, and then they just stopped trying.
I think that's the point. And we'll talk about the ending real quick, because the ending was terrible. This is an awful, awful ending.
They just sat down and stopped.
That was it. They just gave up. They're just like, all right, we're done with this film.
Money.
It's either they ran out of money, or they ran out of ideas, or they just, because you're right. There's some interesting stuff in here, and it just all kind of fizzles. And listen, I found this to be a fun movie. Would I recommend people to watch it? Yes, I actually would. And
I don't know if I tell you to pay for it though.
Probably not pay for it, but when it's on regular cable or something like that, the level of Nic Cage crazy is high, and it's fun, and he puts on a good performance. Selma Blair is fine. I still can't see her as that old of a mother, mother of a teenager type thing. I can't see her, but she is. No, that's the whole thing. As
and the Chloe Grace Moritz ripoff girl, she was fine.
Ann Winters.
Okay, I'm sorry, Anne. I compared you to a different lady. You're your own person. I'm sure you're a beautiful, interesting human being.
Another Nic Cage daughter. Yeah.
She's done much like TV movies and stuff. That's about all I can say.
What was your favorite part of this movie? Just favorite part.
The moment where the kids are leaving school because they realize something is wrong, and the police are trying to protect them from their own parents. And one of the parents jumps over the fence and dumps over the trash can to grab a trash bag to suffocate his kid in broad daylight in the middle of a field, while all of the other children see this and they're screaming. At that moment, I was like, oh, this might be video on demand because it's not rated. And then later we see some movies. So it was definitely not rated.
Yeah, and you got the part where the kid jumps, same scene, the kid jumps over the fence to get to the mom, and the mom just kills him. Yeah. Like right there. Like, and everyone's cool with it. And it's funny because it's all taking place, the girl's boyfriend is taking like his SATs, and all the parents are like waiting outside, and everyone's just like, why are the parents waiting outside? And he like walks out into this crowd, and just like, what the fuck's going on?
What day was it supposed to be? Because it was like a Saturday, but she was at school, but she wasn't taking SATs, but like the little kids weren't, or maybe the Chinese girl just wasn't allowed to go to school.
That was a weird thing. Yeah.
No, what day it was?
Because they have the son in the movie is of school age. He's in
school.
He's like 8, probably, I think, 8 or 10, not in school. Yeah. I guess you can explain away the racism of the Chinese maid just making her daughter, clean houses with her, because they did a lot of racist stuff with her. But yeah, that was a weird thing. I was like, why? I think it was a PSAT, so maybe they could say that happened.
I think it was the official SATs, official? Because he was talking about how he aced his PSATs, and then why would he be so excited that he aced the PSAT?
Yeah. So then there was a class. I don't even know what kind of class they were taking. It was kind of funny. I don't know what the guy was talking about.
Now, was there like other racist overtone? Was Nic Cage just not wanting the girl dating because it's his daughter and didn't want to date a guy? Or I got an impression that Nic Cage didn't want her dating a black dude. Like, honestly, I kind of I felt that. I was just like, yeah.
Was that? And they kind of explained clear rules that you only want to kill your kid in this movie.
But he also wanted to kill that kid.
Yeah, but Nic Cage, the first chance he got, tried to break the kid's neck, basically. And he's kind of treated as a comedic foil the rest of the way, getting thrown downstairs or getting
keeps surviving.
Fish hooked by a hanger.
Isn't that the horror film kind of way, Like you always have the one character that just everything happens and they still survive. Yeah.
It's the one black kid in the whole town, though. It's kind of
yeah. It would have been a little bit. It would have been really refreshing if they could have made it obvious that it was like Nic Cage's character is
just
racist rather than like the people making the movie.
Yeah, right.
Because you could kind of argue either way, and I mean, not like they were putting an effort at all, but. If you're good at writing, you should be able to make that distinction between a character having beliefs and you.
Right.
And of course, his father was the one drunk in town who, when the kid he comes home and his dad tries to kill him. He doesn't even think something's wrong. He's like, oh shit,
not again, Dad.
not again.
Right, exactly. Like it would be one thing for Nic Cage to be mean to the black kid, but like to show us, that this kid comes from like a caricature of a black family is not remotely needed.
So that was Amanda's favorite part. Marty, what was your favorite part of this movie?
I think it was the pool table scene. Because it's one of the flashbacks, and Nic Cage is building a pool table in his basement, even though he doesn't play pool. And you can see him slowly breaking down.
He's trying to get a level.
Trying to get a level, and everything rolls the ball down. It veers off to the right. And he finally gets it how he thinks he likes it, and then Selma Blair comes down and yells at him about it, and he just has this whole I hate my life moment. And then smashes the thing smash the pool table with a sledgehammer as he's singing Hokey Pokey.
There's some good stuff in here, and I honestly think the parenting moments, like when it shows that Nic Cage is capable of being a good father, like when he catches his kid. Well, no, when he catches his kid with the dead cat in the car, and he has that conversation with his kid about how he fucked up and he had to basically pay for the car and rebuild it and everything. I thought that was a good moment. I thought it showed that he's still capable of caring for his kid. But it also, the majority of it is him being a bad father and just not wanting his kids. And so the descent into madness is easier for him. Like it's a lot, and I think that's it. It's like, he kind of probably wants to do this anyway. Like, he doesn't need a reason to,
I love that you guys suggested that maybe they were just going along with it as an excuse, because most of the parents were sort of like zombie after their kids. Like they were going to like rip their arm off to fit through like, a tiny gate in order to get to their kid to kill them. But like Nic Cage and Selma Blair are sitting there like planning to slowly poison their kids. That's not like zombie infatuation with like eating their brains or something. That's like, we have a chance to kill them. I really like that take, but we get almost nothing to really
base that on. No.
Well, they kind of built to that with the flashbacks of showing how much their life was better in their own minds before they had kids. And then they could have paid it off if they had an ending.
Yeah.
There's just no ending.
Like, the ending is again, spoilers, but the ending is they finally hit them enough that they knock them out. The grandparents come and they get into a big car wreck, and the grandparents are dead, but they're passed out. So they tie him up in the basement, and they just say, "Are you guys done?" And they're still screaming at them, and then it goes to black. There's there was no, all right, it's the next morning and the spell is broken kind of shit, or any kind of explanation.
That would be the worst. Like, I think that would have been a great ending. It's kind of like Groundhog Day or something like that, where it's just the next day, and you realize like all these parents snap out of it and realize what they've done to their kids. I mean, that would have been, because I mean the opening scene is the news showing, where it's not the news, but it's the woman with her 3-year-old or whatever, and just parking the car in the train tracks and getting out in the train. I mean, that was kind of rough. And then imagine her just like realizing that and just showing all the parents, like some of them like looking down at like, what the hell happened? Like, I can't believe this. That would have been good. Good ending right there.
Yeah, you only needed 5 more minutes, man. This movie is 86 minutes, so it's not
82. I think it was 82. Right. Last night when I was talking to man, I was like, "Listen, man, it's 82 minutes. You can do this. You can do this. It's
I knew I
wasn't
going to finish
It is
Troy.
8:30. 82 minutes. You got this.
But it's funny, even with that, I got bored with it for like the last 20 minutes because they were just running around the house, and it's like, all right, are we going to get anywhere? Like,
it was bad Home Alone.
It was exciting when they were like in the town, and you were seeing like. Everyone was attacking everybody. People were running through the streets with bats.
Once it closed into just this family, it became a little less interesting, even though we're focusing on Nic Cage, who is the most interesting character. I don't know. It lost its steam. Like, I would have rather them chasing them around town and seeing the other parents still going berserk throughout the town but in closing in on this house, it was a budget thing. It's let's just do this in the house. They can do lots of stuff. Like, get the Sawzall, because it saws all. Love me some Sawzall. I was hoping that someone was going to get a limb chopped off with the Sawzall. I was hoping that,
that costs money.
Then Nic Cage could have said to Selma Blair, "They took my hand." Moonstruck. Come on.
Oh God, that was what, 90?
Oh,
90?
dude, it's gotta be like late 80s, early 90s. That was wasn't a crazy performance. That was just a bad performance by Nic Cage. I also like when he was Nicholas Coppola.
That's technically true.
Yeah, he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High as Nicholas Coppola. How many? Speaking of, how many Oscar winners in Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Ooh.
I don't know. 3.
Sean Penn, Forrest Whitaker, and Nicholas Coppola, Cage.
Wow.
Yeah, 3.
That's his second movie.
Was Fast Times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1982.
You gotta kind of respect him though for changing his last name, for not wanting to ride on the coattails of Francis Ford. Like basically saying he's like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. And listen, dude's had a career. Say what you will about his VOD stuff and his insane internet meme-ish stuff. He's had a good career overall. Made some good movies, made some fun movies.
Just said his first movie was 1982, and we're talking about a movie he just did today. He's got 6 more coming out this year alone. So
this year, listen, I'm convinced there's 6 this week.
He's the new Marvel. He's just gonna keep putting them out. And again, as long as like you mentioned the Snowden thing, if he can mix in 1 or 2 of those,
that's it.
A small role, we can,
What am I even doing with my life? I barely even watch 6 movies a year. He makes 6 movies a year.
It's
a
workaholic.
In 2017, he had Arsenal, Vengeance, a love story, Inconceivable, Mom and Dad, which we're talking about today, and Humanity Bureau, I think, is his next one.
Wait a minute! Oh my God, we were supposed to talk about Vengeance, a love story, and then we got blocked, didn't we?
Yeah, that was the blocked episode.
We were going to talk about Vengeance, a love story. It got removed for inappropriate content.
That could be our Valentine's Day special.
We got a lot of stuff coming up because we got Black Panther coming out in a few weeks, and I don't want to sound bad about this, but we're gonna have to have Jamil on, right? I mean,
I feel bad.
I don't think.
I was thinking that today. It's like, oh, you're only having me on because of this. We're gonna have to.
Well, Amanda. No, we should have Amanda on. Amanda and Jamil is always a fun show. We'll have
always good.
We'll have 4 for that one.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, it's like I just watched Get Out last night, and I want to talk about that at some point. I'm like, probably gonna have Jamil on for that one too. You need
to make another black friend.
We got Jack Random. He hasn't been on the show for a while. I would like to have Jack. I'd love to have Jack and Jamil on for Black Panther. I think that would be fun.
Jack has been back on since he yelled at me that time about Dave Chappelle. So
I think Jack's just busy. Jack hasn't done a show in ages.
Yeah.
And that's why Jamil is more part of our show now than the Jack Random show. Just saying. Jamil was one of us. But no, there's a lot of the Oscar stuff. I just watched Get Out last night, and I definitely want to talk about that at some point. I almost was going to do a double feature. I was like, I think Mom and Dad and Get Out, they have some parallels.
Yeah, it's kind of...
They were both cheap.
They both are horror movies.
They both show how terrible
racism,
rich white people are.
Right. Yeah. Black guy gets tortured through both, I mean, I don't want to spoil that one. We'll save that for an entire episode. Really, there's not much more to talk about Mom and Dad. So, Marty, does anyone else have anything else?
I'm going through my own things that I wrote down.
Yes, let's go.
And there's only one thing that hasn't come up, And I think I was just writing down things that I thought were like strange or gratuitous. Because at some point I was like, boobs in the car, really? But at some point, maybe
Amanda,
like
come on.
90% of the way down, I just wrote anal beads. Did that come up?
Yes.
Or did I just write that down for no reason?
I can't remember the content. Was he was either talking to the cleaning woman, and that came up.
Am I gonna have to rewatch this shitty movie to figure out what I was thinking?
Well, you probably still have it on your. I think you get it for 48 hours if you buy it on demand. So if you guys really want to go on a 48-hour bender and just watch this over and over again, so it's only $6.99.
Could we just stream the movie from our TV onto
no,
YouTube?
that's how we get banned, because that's what they think we're gonna do.
Right.
Just leave it on in the background. Like, oh, I'm sorry, that was on.
Oh, that was funny. Is one of the best like pirating things is like a guy pretending like he's playing video games, and has the fight, like whatever UFC fight is on the TV screen, and he's like playing. It looks like he's playing video games, but he's streaming the fight on his YouTube channel. I'm like, that's pretty brilliant. It's pretty brilliant. We gotta do stuff like that. So anal beads, okay.
That's just it was on my list and we hadn't mentioned it yet.
Anytime that we can have Amanda say things like dildos in a dishwasher and anal beads, you know it's a win. Right.
We also didn't mention killing babies. Like in infanticide.
Oh yeah, like
the
hospital scene. That hospital
They didn't go
scene,
all out though with it. They didn't. They didn't go full mother.
They didn't go full mother. You're right.
Not go full mother. Hashtag synergy, full mother. Oh, that's got to be a hashtag full mother. There you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
But they right. So there was a scene where
Selma Blair's sister.
a family friend was expecting a baby, and the baby came on the day that parents want to kill their kids, and so like. For some reason, we have to blow like half the budget pretending she's pregnant and having like a fake hospital room. And then they hand her the baby, which costs money. Why did they do this? And then she goes to try and kill the baby right away. And Selma Blair gets it away from her and doesn't want the
police or anyone
the police nurses, or the hospital or anyone to take it. So it's sort of this moment of showing that like it really is specifically your own kid.
Right.
That was the moment where I thought Selma Blair was kind of trying to be the hero of this movie.
Yeah.
But then she just goes home and tries to kill her kids.
As soon as she sees the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. But like you said, it doesn't seem like it comes over. Like when the mother who just had the kid, something plays in the background on TV, like I said, the fuzzy thing, and you see her just kind of go into a trance.
Mm-hmm.
And Selma Blair and Nic Cage never go into that really. They just go nuts and want to kill him.
But the hospital scene was, good because you have all the parents that are just staring at the babies, like they're behind the glass, and it's like, oh man, that's not good.
No, it was. It was super creepy, but I would have traded the money wasted in that like 5 minutes for
an ending.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they give you things in that scene that never come back. It's like, oh, who's that? Is this the father? No, it's just some guy, and he's there filming for like 5 minutes, and we never.
Yeah, he brought a GoPro to a delivery.
She's like, "Oh, who's this? Father?" No, it's a long story. So, and then it's like, so we're not even gonna tell it to you. Just.
But I think it was just the point that he's not gonna try to kill this kid.
Yeah, I guess so.
Actually, that
was
was interesting.
He could have been the hero too. Then he could have because he was a dumb, stupid character. Make him or at least make him try to be a hero and have him die.
After Stranger Things with Sean Astin, you can't have the dumb heroes anymore. I mean,
but there wasn't anybody tried to be a hero, and then you can kill that guy in a funny way, and then because it was all about, like I said, we got the mother choking out the kid with the bag. We had a couple of deaths early on, and then it's just the last 40 minutes is just them chasing around the house. So we didn't get any fun, stupid horror movie deaths anymore.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even call this horror.
No, it's kind of gory, not even super gory. I mean,
I'm not even sure Get Out is horror though. I've gone back and forth on that one.
I think Get Out's more horror than this.
It says more horror, but I don't. It was
this was like watching General Hospital. Like, it was just kind of like trashy drama.
I mean, I really thought Nic Cage was dead after the whole explosion, the door explosion.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was dead after that. I was like, no, he's fine. There's a fireball.
And I'm like, I love
No
these
worse
movies.
for wear.
Someone always figures out some MacGyver shit like in 20 minutes. I just, I would never figure out how to do most of this shit.
Like a matchbook type thing. No.
Yeah, they reroute the gas line into the window and dig a hole that way, and then the kids find matches and try and trigger the door so that when they open it, 6 matches will blow.
And like all that effort, like I would just try to get out the window, dirt and all. I would just try to get out of that fucking window at that point,
Or just start shooting. You had the gun.
Yeah, the fucking gun. I mean, I guess you didn't want to explode if there's gas in the basement.
I mean, yeah, but early on, I guess. But I would have said, fuck it. It's them or me at this point. I'm killing mom and dad.
It's a fair point.
That was a good scene, too, when he goes for the gun under his bed and he can't, the kid had taken it and she's like, oh, what was the passcode? It's like, oh, the boy's name's birthday. He's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it starts making me think of the passwords I have around my house that I'm going to have to change. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's my luggage combination. Sorry, I stole your joke.
Yeah, do your own punch.
We were all gunning for that joke. I even wrote that joke down in my notes.
Yeah,
it just wasn't.
That's what I thought they were gonna do. I thought it was gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. But then when they said, "Oh, the kid's birthday," I was like, "Oh, that's funny too." That was good. But yeah, I can't recommend. Like, if you just want to watch a crazy movie,
watch it
and not go out. I mean, it's fine. It's $7. It's not a crazy thing, but
watch it.
If it was in the theaters, I couldn't tell you to go out and see it. But if you just want to watch a movie at home, it's fun. Maybe get lit one way or another before you watch it. You might enjoy it a little bit. A couple drinks, couple of whatevers. I was gonna say for Nic Cage, honor of him, we should all do coke for the episode, but I thought we'd get taken off for that as well.
I don't know. We had someone. Never mind. I don't want to mention him. I don't want to mention him. Never mind. All right. What else you got, Marty?
Well, today, because we can't focus on any one Marvel movie at once, they dropped the Ant-Man and Wasp trailer. Yep. You guys see that?
I did. Who gives a fuck?
I was like...
Is Paul Rudd still in it?
He is.
I care. I give a fuck.
Every time they drop a trailer, I get more and more reminded how crazy it is that they're putting out 3 movies in 5 months, basically.
And this one takes place after Infinity Wars.
Maybe. It happens after Civil War.
It's released.
From the trailer.
At least it's released after Infinity Wars. We don't know if timeline-wise. And that's going to bother me. Unless Ant-Man dies in Infinity Wars, and this is kind of like... here's a flashback of how awesome he was this one time before he died. And that's the only way I could see this happening, but they're not going to do that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
But February, we got Black Panther, like we said. Avengers is May, and then this is July.
Early reviews of that have been, insanely good.
That's why I don't know why they would step on that with an Ant-Man trailer. The next morning.
Yep.
And like I said, May, Avengers will still be in theaters probably when this movie comes out.
Maybe.
Or at least just coming out. I mean...
Maybe.
If it had a later release somewhere else. It's just funny. I mean... Like I said, they didn't give it much in the trailer. They showed the Wasp costume, which was nothing special, actually. Lawrence Fishburne's in this one.
Guess he plays a bad guy.
I don't know what he was. They showed him real quick. They showed one masked character. I didn't know who it was for the villain. And it was just a standard teaser. Look at the things getting small and big.
Lawrence Fishburne double dipping then, right?
He is not Black Panther.
No. He's Perry in DC. Was what I'm saying.
Oh right.
He's double dipping.
But who?
I don't know.
Who cares?
Has anyone else done that?
Yeah. Yes, there has been crossover. Jeez, I'm trying to think.
Well, he wasn't in Justice League.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds has crossed over, right? Because he was.
Yeah, but he was no longer a current character, really. We assume that
Green Lantern into
Josh Brolin.
So it's mostly been X-Men, Marvel. I think this
No,
might be the first.
Josh Brolin's still Marvel though. He hasn't done DC. I mean, it's a different characters, right?
Yeah, I think this is the first.
Well, and also different studios.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Deadpool, soon to be not.
Yeah, he'll be. Oh, that's whatever. Who cares?
Yep. There is someone.
I bet Google can help us out here because I feel like I used to know more off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Evans double dipped, but that was Marvel.
Yeah, it was still Marvel. Yeah.
I think this is the first one where there was an active character in both, because we would assume that if they ever do a Superman 2, that the Perry character would be in it.
Michael Shannon, he hasn't appeared in Marvel, right?
No, he got all...
Oh, we're missing an obvious one, Ben Affleck.
Yes,
Daredevil Batman.
That's a Batman.
Yeah, but again, that was pretty long gap there.
Yeah, but it's weird with the Ant-Man thing.
Yeah, I don't know where.
Especially a couple weeks before. Why not just release the Ant-Man trailer during the fucking?
Yeah, during that, or just right after it, or something.
I said just release it during the fucking Black Panther thing.
It's like Black Panther's going to be out in 2 weeks, and I'm already not going to be excited to see it anymore because it's like, all right.
No, I'm still excited to see it. It looks good.
Still excited, but it's like now we're going to have 2 weeks of reviews. I hate when they do it so early that you were hearing about it for too long, and then when you see it, it doesn't feel like it's special anymore because it's been someone else saw it 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And then, like I said, it's just this movie looks like it's just going to be primer for Avengers now.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't trust IMDb because they're counting Vertigo properties as DC. V for Vendetta does not count.
Hugo Weaving, right?
Yeah, because then you get Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman.
Oh, and Natalie Portman. Wow, yeah, that's right. She's the worst.
I mean, like, it's not the same.
I feel like there's someone else.
I mean, historically, I'm sure there are a few, but I'm just thinking more of the ones that
I'm saying recent. I think there's like a recent crossover.
Sorry.
Greatest sneeze on our show ever. That was almost Nic Cage level sneeze.
I'm trying. Tommy Lee Jones was Two-Face, and then he was also in Captain America as a minor character.
He was.
That's a good trivia. Yeah. That's good trivia.
Mm-hmm. He was good in Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, are we really going to count Blade as a Marvel movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we really going to count that Catwoman as a DC comic book movie?
Hey, Halle Berry. Catwoman X-Men.
Exactly.
Yep.
No, that doesn't count. Okay.
It's your favorite movie.
It is, but don't trust IMDb. Just don't. They don't know what they're talking about. Go home, IMDb. You're drunk.
Along with that, I thought we just do maybe 5 or 10 minutes on what we're reading or watching right now. There's a lot of good TV coming on.
I see. I'm actually interested in watching a couple shows on like there's a few on Electric Sheep that's on Amazon Prime. I'm interested in watching that. I want to check that out. Watching wise, I just watched Get Out, as I mentioned. I'm not going to probably be able to catch up with you Oscar movie wise, though I did find out my local Clifton Theater, Marty, the big one, not my local one, the big AMC is doing a 24-hour marathon of all of the Oscar nominees right in a row.
AMC does that every year, I think.
Yeah,
but it's stuff you want to really strap in and watch them all at once.
No, because I mean, you gotta feel bad for the one that's like the 4th or 5th in line, or 6th or 7th, and it's just like, it's like, oh, it's probably a good movie, but I don't give a fuck,
Especially since so many of them are like intense movies, you can't do.
No, yeah.
It's like, do you have the settle down period, or if it's like Dunkirk right into Lady Bird, right into Get Out, We're
reaching the point where I think 3 or 4 of them are on TV now.
Yeah, well, Dunkirk is, Get Out, and
Billboards is coming up, I think, soon, maybe the next 2 weeks.
If so, I'd be happy because I mean it's playing in my very local crap theater, I do want to see it, but I don't know if I want to go to my crap theater to see it.
Before Oscars, we should try and do a Billboards versus Shape of Water versus kind of Get Out.
Okay, well, that means I have to see 2 out of those 3 movies because I've only seen one of them. You've seen all 3.
I've seen all 3.
So it's easy for you. I haven't seen the what's it called, the Gary Oldman one that you saw.
Darkest Hour. Yeah, that's more. That won't win Best Picture, but that's more just to watch his performance.
And then you put that performance over Daniel Day-Lewis?
No, I don't. But I know he's probably gonna win. He's gonna win.
Yeah.
But there was like 20 minutes of Darkest Hour where I couldn't get over Gary Oldman and the kind of the makeup and doing the thing.
Has Gary Oldman won? He's got to have won one.
He hasn't won one.
That's a crime.
Wow, yeah. Because I mean, he's probably nominated for Bram Stoker's Dracula. Had to be nominated for The Professional. He had to be nominated for The Professional, right?
Even though you just all talk shit on IMDb, I'm going to check it right now.
Oh.
Nominated for 2 Oscars. So just only...
Which 2?
Yeah.
Professional and
no,
Bram
Darkest
Stoker?
Darkest Hour and Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he was never... Jeez. That's terrible. He was fantastic.
This is the first year he won Golden Globe, even.
Wow. Yeah, he's probably going to win.
Yeah, he's not... I mean, there are... Those 2, you can give it to either one or a grade. I've seen now 4 of the women nominated. You can give it to any one of them. You're not going to be wrong. I mean...
And there's still one that was not nominated that we've seen.
Yeah, actually, you can't give it to Meryl Streep. I'm lying about that one. But there are at least 3 other ones who you can give it to.
Yeah. Her performance was fine in the post.
It's fine, but it was...
Go watch our review. It's
but
back up there. It didn't get removed.
I just saw Shape of Water this weekend, and the woman Sally Hawkins in that one is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, listen, if you're gonna have sex with a fish on the big screen, you know.
Spoilers, then. Jesus, I don't think that was known.
Listen, Richard Gere had sex with a fish, and people like ostracized them. And this woman has sex with a fish, and she's getting an Academy Award.
This was treated much more romantically, I must say. And then after it, you had Octavia Spencer's character kind of narrate it, so that made it more fun.
Troy McClure had sex with fish, and people, turned their backs on him too. Amanda,
the
what's
one thing
going on with that extreme camera angle?
Sorry,
Don't sneeze into the camera. You got a GoPro? You're just like walking around like steady cam? Oh, that was a very Nic Cage moment there.
So yeah, Shape of Water, big thumbs up. Go see that one if you get a chance.
I was talking with Robert Melee about facial recognition technology type stuff, where they're basically taking people and putting digital faces over them. So it's just
from porn.
Yes. So you've heard about that, all right? So I had this great idea that we should basically take Nicolas Cage's face and put it over John Travolta's face in every single John Travolta movie, and just call it like Face Off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I swear to God, someone did it. I saw that today.
They are brilliant if they did it.
It wasn't the not John Travolta thing, but they put him on every important movie that moment. They just stuck Nic Cage's faces on.
I wanted the John Travolta. I want like Face Off 17.
Yeah,
it's like him in Pulp Fiction.
A site called Deep Fakes did it.
It's scary technology. Listen, it is.
I'm sorry, Deep Fakes. Deep Fakes is the porn thing.
So don't go to that. Well,
don't go to that one. But here's a website where they put him in everything from Man of Steel, of course. Not who you think. They put him as the Lois Lane character. They got him as T2. So they got him in a bunch of
scary stuff. Very scary stuff.
We got beat up.
Yeah.
I'll tweet out the story.
All right. Tweet out a link to buy some anal beads.
I've been watching. I don't know if you've noticed this, but it's like everything on TV is either a remake of a '90s show or a story about someone who got killed in the '90s. Because there are at least
the American Crime Story
shows, but that one, the Gianna Versace thing, and there are 2 different Waco stories right now.
Yeah.
One is just an A&E documentary thing, And
there's
then
an actual show on Universal.
Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount. It used to be Spike.
Which used to be Spike, and that one has a big cast. Michael Shannon's in it. Taylor Kitsch is playing
the
Courage.
Yeah, I have that first episode DVR'd. I haven't watched that yet. I have been watching American Crime Story as well.
It's not as, I mean, you're never going to top, I don't think, the OJ one.
I like it though.
It's very
good. It's really good. Ricky Martin's good in it.
Him and Penelope Cruz, really good. And I liking the storytelling that they're doing, kind of going back and forth with the past and the present.
Yeah. Amanda, what about you? Any recommendations? Anything you got going
on? Well, I watched all of the new season of Grace and Frankie in like a day, because I'm kind of obsessed with Jane Fonda. And I've also been watching pretty much everything old that she's in that Netflix recommends for me. So Barefoot in the Park on Golden Pond, Our Souls at Night, which is the new one with her and Robert Redford again, Electric Horseman? What?
Is that like a Black Sabbath song?
It's Robert Redford is like a rodeo guy, but he's old and like has to retire because he's got like arthritis or something. And Jane Fonda is trying to interview him. And like, it's kind of like a rom-com, but like, I don't know. And something about like, they're trying to free the horse that the corporation was going to use as their mascot. It was like so bad. And you can tell
Sounds amazing.
You can tell that the two of them are just phoning it in, except for the scenes where they get to make out.
That's the part that they really take seriously. Yeah.
I'm like, they get paid to just hang out and make out on camera. That's great. So I've been watching a lot of the stuff from the 60s and 70s. Like Breakfast at Tiffany's is not them, but it does have that guy who looks just like Robert Redford. Gosh, I guess Barbarella I haven't rewatched in a while, but that's always probably one of the greatest movies ever.
We talked about that. We talked about doing a Barbarella episode at some point.
I feel like you could get Abe back on for Barbarella.
Abe would do it. Abe would do it. I thought Abe was going to join us for this episode. I really thought he was going to. I was pushing it.
All right. Well, anyway, that's my recommendation is that Jane Fonda, while not infallible, movies that she made that you can still find now are all pretty good.
She was just on Howard Stern a couple weeks ago and did like a good hour interview. It was pretty fun.
One of my favorite movies in the recent years, it's a few years old, is a Sam Rockwell movie called Better Living Through Chemistry, and Jane Fonda's in that. Really funny role.
You always find a way to bring him up. I'm just going to say it.
He's a good guy. Until proven otherwise, he's a good guy.
And you still haven't put up the interview on the site, so we can't even hashtag synergy.
I have to. I also interviewed the writer and director of Better Living Through Chemistry. I haven't I haven't posted that yet. I get a bunch of my old interviews that we still need to just find the time to get up there.
Probably could have interviewed one of the kids from this movie if we tried hard enough. Since we got it in now. We have an in with Entertainment One now. So
yeah, probably could have. I think so. If you want
to. Who would you have wanted to interview?
The black kid.
I know, right?
Probably, yeah.
Were they as mean to you on set as they were in the movie?
Were they really racist? Did they really hate you?
No.
Did Nic Cage just run around and chase you and make crazy Nic Cage faces at you?
Just saying he was being method the whole time.
Did they say he was going to be a method, but only to you? And to the white kids, he was going to be normal? I mean, is that what they said?
Oh.
That's got to be a skill. Those kids are just, whatever, 8-year-old kid who's... being around a crazy Nic Cage, that's got to be a little traumatic. I don't know.
That's got to be. We mentioned, what's her name, Chloe Moretz or whatever, it's like, we see what happened by hanging out with Nic Cage and Kick-Ass,
Oof. That was another peak Cage.
That's good.
I'm just going to milk... I'm milking this scene for whatever it's worth.
Oh, hey, the little boy was in the fifth wave with the real Chloe Moretz, so we could ask him if which sister he likes better.
That's a fair point. The real one or the fake one?
Yeah. That's a sad day for that kid. He's barely in the business a year. He's already down to the B, C or D level after working with.
Anything else?
No. I guess since we're showing America this week, we should do a Super Bowl pick, so you can go around here and see who we're rooting for this Sunday for the big game.
Rooting for who's going to win? I mean, it's.
Oh yes, everyone roots for that. This is the one time where
it's tough to root for anyone.
You're rooting for assholes and racists to the north, or assholes and racists to the south. If you're
hey, listen,
if you're a Jersey fan.
Wait. Philly's a lot less racist than Boston.
I don't know. You ever watch clips of the Wing Bowl?
City of brotherly love. Come on.
Look up Wing Bowl in Philly.
Yeah. Listen, I'm tempted. Like, what's the spread? Do you know the spread?
It was 5, I believe. Last
That's
time
it.
Yeah, not much.
See, I'd be tempted to take Philly if the spread was like 7. I'd be tempted to bet on Philly. I think the Patriots are going to end up winning. I hope not. I don't care. I mean, I hate the Patriots because I'm a Rams fan and I have a vested interest in hating the Patriots. More so than a lot of other people, right? I kind of feel the Rams probably have the biggest chip, biggest issue with the Patriots. The Patriots literally stole a Super Bowl from them.
I think it's still Oakland with the Tuck rule. I don't think they've got.
Okay, that's a big one too. Right.
And the Jets for just everything.
Amanda, you don't care.
So, what are the colors?
Well, the Patriots will be wearing white.
Okay.
With the blue trim, and the Eagles will be wearing their dark green with the black trim, I suppose.
Okay, so.
And the fans will be wearing dog masks.
Yeah, because they're assholes.
Because they're celebrating Michael Vick as quarterback.
Okay, well, I was gonna say that I feel like green would clash with the grass on the field. So I feel like from a purely design point of view, it would have to be the white and blue.
You're probably right.
I don't know.
Yeah, so that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. We'll be back next week, 9 p.m. Hey, we've been pretty good, other than being banned. It's starting on time the last few weeks.
We even started on time on Facebook.
Yep. So please make sure to like this video, subscribe to us here on YouTube. We're on Facebook to keep tabs on us over there if we have to get punted over there at some reason. Yeah. And follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Movie Stuff Show. You can follow Amanda. Is Permission Cat on both Instagram and Twitter? It's both?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll follow her there. Mostly on Instagram, right?
Mostly nowhere for the last month because of work, but
yeah, fair point. That's it. All right. We're done. Good night. Bye.